Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to see you. I would like to tell you that 300 people registered to this conference, so we don't see all of them, but hopefully they will attend. So I'm delighted to be here on this glorious occasion of the inaugural US-Israel Blavatnik Scientific Forum on such a perfect timing. I welcome our guests from abroad, including my dear friend Ken Fulton, the Executive Director of the NAS, who, with Dr. Marsha McNutt, the NAS President, have made this wonderful collaboration happen. In April, we signed the agreement, and I'm happy that in a relatively short time, we have succeeded in organizing this wonderful gathering on a major topic concerning science and society. I'm grateful to Len Blavatnik and Peter Thoren for enabling us to accomplish this collaboration, and to the organizing committee from both academies, David Harel, the Vice President of the Academy, Shafi Goldwasser, Shimon Ullman, to whom I would like to send our deep condolences on the passing away of his mother. Michal Feldman, Moshe Vardi, Aviv Regev. Thanks also to Jo Cohen, in charge of our foreign academic relations, for her excellent work, to Galia Finzi, the Academy Director, and to the whole wonderful staff of the Academy. I forgot to mention Menachem Yaari, our former president. I'm happy that you are here. There is an old Greek tale about a meeting between Solon, the famous Greek legislator, and Croesus, the wealthy king of Lydia. Theodor Herzl, the forefather of our state, wrote a play about this meeting. When Solon comes to Lydia, it transpires that Lydia is facing a great revolution. A thoughtful citizen, we may call him a scientist, has a wonderful invention by which one could produce flour without any wheat. From now on, it would be possible to manufacture endless quantity of food without human labor. King Croesus decides to go on with the experiment, which indeed proves itself. All Lydians are being nourished without any effort and work. But this is not the final stage. Lydian society undergoes deep detrimental changes. Idle Lydians become interested in revolutions and in waging wars. The inventor, on his part, is adamant to disseminate his invention around the world. Solon, the wise, regards it as a real threat. He decides to poison the inventor in order to safeguard humanity. The conclusion of our story is quite clear. In utilitarian calculations, a feeding machine which brings about wars and idleness or unemployment is far more injurious than the lethal threat of famine. Throughout history, technological developments have brought along social and moral dilemmas. Probably the most conspicuous one followed the Industrial Revolution, which gave birth to a counter-revolution known as the Luddites at the beginning of the 19th century. The Luddites operated violently against industrialists in order to deter them from adopting modernity. Indeed, many professions, mainly those relating to cotton and wool, became obsolete. Many people became unemployed. So, after about 200 years, we are facing another revolution, with similar benefits and risks. The sense is that machines nowadays control us. It is also argued that while automation is eliminating many jobs, there is no sign that the introduction of new technologies is creating an equal number of well-paying jobs to compensate for those losses. I took it from you, Moshe Vardi. So, were Solon and the Luddites right? Could we reach a proper balance between benefits and risks? I look forward to hearing your thoughts about these eternal issues, and I wish us all prosperous deliberations. Thank you all, and I call upon my friend, my dear friend, Ken Fulton, the Executive Director of the NAS, to address us. Please.
Thank you, Neely. I just want to say a couple of words on behalf of Marcia McNutt, who regretted she could not be here, the NAS president. We are delighted to be able to co-organize with the Israeli Academy this new series of scientific forums. I would have thanked everyone that Neely did. Everyone has been so wonderful, especially Joe, who has organized this really, really amazingly on a very short time scale. I love Neely's fable. I thought we have a forum coming up with the Royal Society on sustainable agriculture, and I thought that might feed right into it until she got to the point of poisoning the scientists. And somehow I'm not sure that's the answer. But, okay, that's, don't take a lesson from that. But the other thing that I would say is when we were here, as Neely mentioned, for the ceremony that inaugurated this relationship, it was on the eve of the Israeli elections, and of course tomorrow is the follow-on election. So it might be fitting that we have a second in this series in the United States next year in early November to coincide with the presidential election, but I'm not sure that's a really good idea. But anyway, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the lectures, and I think David is next to introduce session 1. Thank you.